Tell me. Wait, do you like when you look?
Yeah, it looks really nice.
I know, right? I got bangs.
You're like a total hipster.
I know. I have no. Don't say that. But look, I got bangs, and then I have my glasses now.
Right.
I'm like a completely different person. Isn't that crazy?
Right. Yeah.
I look totally different.
Yeah. I need to get a haircut, dude.
Well, you know why I got bangs, right?
Because of the little baby hairs.
So I have this. Did I show you the picture?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you would never even think that's how my hair looked like, but that's the only reason I got bangs.
Mm-hmm.
It was so bad. Those little hairs were horrible.
Yeah.
I want to post that picture somewhere where only like you guys can see it.
The close group.
Okay, I'll do it, but then I'll like cut off like I'll like blur my eyes, so I don't want people to like just tweet it or put it somewhere out there in the future like this is Bricia's real life.
Oh my God, calm down.
Dude, no, it's bad. Did you saw it?
I was there too. Every girl that we've known
Okay,
has gone
but have you ever posted a picture of you like that? Exactly.
We said last time, we're like, I'm gonna post, but I'm like, no, I'm not gonna post a
Exactly.
picture.
Okay, and you get mad at me because I want to blur my eyes out.
No,
At least I want to post it.
I didn't say. I mean, post it. I'm just. It's just funny.
Shut up.
Good for you. Post it. I don't know. Do whatever you want.
Okay, I'm gonna post it so you guys can see I'll do it before and after, like before bangs, after bangs. So if you guys have the same problem as me, just get bangs.
Yeah, for sure, for real. My hair started getting better after I stopped breastfeeding, but now I just need a haircut. I need a haircut. It's time. It's that time of the year again. Spring's coming.
I know.
So
Time change.
Oh God, time change.
Time change last night. Yeah, not last night.
Yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Right?
It was hard for me. It was hard for us. It was. Not gonna lie. My kids are because they're older. They're
Right.
older, so their bodies are already like it's different. Like they already know.
Mm-hmm.
So last night I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, oh dang, it's already 7. Like okay, let's get in the shower. But it's really 6, right? For them, it's
Right.
really 6. So, like at 8, I'm like, okay, let's go to sleep. They did not go to sleep. They went to sleep at the same time they usually do, which in the clock, it's an hour later,
Mm-hmm.
So therefore I'm like going crazy because it's 9:30 and they're not going to sleep. And I'm fighting because like, go to sleep, like, and she's crying, and Sabina's crying, and I'm crying, and everybody's crying. Mom's there, like, what's going on? Why are they crying so much? I'm like, I don't know. And then my husband goes in there, and he's like, let me do it. And I was pissed already because I'm like, why do you have to be the hero here? Like,
Right.
you come in the room and like you want to take over and look good, and then it was this whole thing. But then I was like, you do realize like it's their regular time. Like they did not do anything different. They went to sleep at the same time. And this morning I put my alarm early because I want to come early on Mondays to the restaurant. So they didn't wake up.
To work. People who don't know what the restaurant is.
To work at the restaurant.
To work. We have a restaurant here in LA. When we say the restaurant, we mean work.
Yeah, to come not to have breakfast.
Work.
Mm-hmm. And they when
they're like, you want to go to a restaurant early in the morning?
Not early. So like they usually wake up at 7 in the mornings, and today they woke up at 8. So it's like, and I'm like try to wake them up, and Chris is like, nah. So it was tough for me. It was tough because I basically cut 1 hour of their sleep.
Right.
So I don't know how long it's gonna take for us to like get back in rhythm.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So
Pray for you.
So what about your kid? He wants to sleep like at 4 p.m. now?
Pretty much.
So whatever time you put him to sleep, he goes to sleep?
Yeah.
Jesus.
But my baby's what? 11 months?
Yeah.
I guess. If anything, I'm happy because he wakes up later. I'm like, yes, time change. Whoa. That's the only thing. For me, he just wakes up later.
Yeah.
He woke up at 7:30 this morning. I'm like, hey, sleep in. Yesterday, he woke up at 8.
Oh, damn.
I was like, hey.
But it was really 7.
But it was really 7.
Right.
So to me, I'm not complaining of this. The fall is the one that I dread because he's waking up at 5.
Yeah.
When it's supposed to be 6:30, 5:30. That's it took me a while.
But
to
you're gonna have
back.
to wake him early. You're gonna have to wake him up earlier, to go to school, right? Because he goes into like a certain time.
No, it works for me because I get up early. So I take a shower, get everything ready, and then when he wakes up, it's easier for me because all I just do is just change him, eat, and then let's go. Instead of like having to have him around and trying to figure it out. And like while I go to the bathroom to take my morning poop, like, to leave my husband without, you know what I mean? Like we switch off in the morning. So now I'm actually happy with the time change. And because he got sick this weekend, oh my gosh, it's the first time that he gets a fever. It was a crazy weekend for me. Just all around craziness. But because he was a little sick, he went to sleep yesterday at 6:30, which was
5:30.
His 5:30.
But that's the time he usually goes to sleep, right?
He goes to sleep around between 5:30, 6. One time I put him down at 5:15. I was like, I'm so tired of you. Go to sleep. And he sleeps. Sorry, guys. I know. I know you guys hate me. You guys are on the hating mode right now. Like, shut up, Bricia. Shut up. You and your 6 o'clock baby.
Oh my God. So I went to see my best friend this on Saturday, and
I saw your snaps. And I was like, I can't.
All together, we have 5 kids. Like both of us. So when we get together, it's like, and 2 women trying to talk to each other. We do. We just tune it out. We literally let them run, and just, that's why I love going to her house. She lives, she has her own house, and the kids run around, and I feel good because Krista is in a contained place, and she loves Melinda, and they have the greatest time. And me and her talk. Seriously, we are like, she has like a little play like area, yeah, like a couch, like a family room, right? Yeah. So we're literally sitting there. And the kids are all around us, like yelling and playing, and we're just literally just talking. We're just like having a conversation because that's the only way to do it. I know. I saw your Snapchats and I was like, that looks crazy. Yeah. And it's like fighting because, she has a little boy, and our 2 girls are always like running away from him. It's like 4 girls. 4 girls. And the little boy. And he's like, rah, he's the monster all the time. So they close the door on him and they push him around. Oh, and poor Mateo. He's like, crying, and they're mean to him. And oh God, but it's fun. They always have the greatest time. But anyway, I went to her house and we were having a conversation, and her husband was there. So I was just telling him, like, sometimes parenting sucks. Sometimes? And then he was like, I wouldn't say suck. Like, he was like, don't put that harsh word on parenting. And I was like, but it does. Hi, Frankie. But I was like, it does. It really does. And I was like, you're a guy, and for you guys, it's different. Like, you guys, it's just different. It's just like, I told him, I was like, it's never going to be equal. First of all, it's never going to be equal. And you guys have this lightness around, about you guys, about parenting. Like, you guys take everything so light. You guys take everything so light. And we don't. We cannot take things light. We take everything so serious. Everything from going to the market to cooking to so serious that we're always stressed. And sometimes it sucks. Because, and I'm like, it's the same thing with my husband. Like, he's like, what's the problem? I don't understand, And I was like, it doesn't, you guys will never get it. It's not, you won't. And, it's nowadays people are more open to saying like, yeah, it freaking sucks. Like, it's not like, oh my God, it's the perfect thing. No, right. It sucks sometimes. And that's what I was telling. And then, so that was the thing that I wanted to talk to about, like how the hormones affect us, how our monthly cycles affect your parenting. Affect our parenting. Just because the hormones, that's the only thing? I mean, one of the main things, right? Blame it on the hormones. But for real, you know what I mean? Right. Like, that's what's happening with me right now. And okay, let's take a break right now. Yes. Before we go on, this is going to go on a hormone tangent. This week,
Our guests are Super Mamás Sisters, Paulina Lopez and Bricia Lopez. You guys are going to love them. They're incredible. They're going to come here into the studio
And complain
and talk about their hormones and bitch about their week and their kids. God. And we'll be right back. And we're back. I can't believe you said parenting sucks, Paulina. Jeez. God.
I'm the worst parent in the world.
Oh, God. Who says that?
I feel
this weekend.
To my baby.
When I was binging on House of Cards with not whatever the week that was, in one of the episodes.
Are you gonna give a spoiler?
No,
okay.
at all. So Claire Underwood, who's the wife of Frank Underwood,
right,
is talking to the other wife of another candidate, right, Conway, Mrs. Conway, and they're kind of running against each other. And of course, you guys know Frank Underwood and Claire Underwood don't have any children.
And if you don't, watch
House of Cards,
please.
And then she's talking to Conway's wife, Mrs. Conway, who has like the perfect family, with the kid and the daughter and the son.
That's fake.
And then the girl tells her, "Do you ever regret not having children?" Right? And Claire, Claire is just very composed. And the girl's like, "I'm sorry, was that too personal?" And then Claire turns around and she's like, "No, it's okay. Do you ever regret having them?" I was like, "Damn, Claire." You know what I mean? Like, no one's perfect, and people are, you know what I mean? People are going to judge you no matter. But tell me what happened. Okay, so anyway, but when you said that about, it's like, I wouldn't say parenting sucks. Like, it reminded me of that scene.
It does.
Of House of Cards.
It sucks sometimes. Let's just keep it real. 100%. It does. Sometimes you just want to quit and get out and leave. And, it's wonderful. I love my kids. Of course I love them, like they're my life. But sometimes, I just wish that I could disappear.
Moment.
No, let me tell you, yesterday, it was especially tough for me. But.
Okay, start from the beginning.
Okay.
Start from the beginning.
I'm going to be super, personal. And I don't know, my husband might be like, what the hell is wrong with you by saying this? But you guys know that, me and him do not use birth control, right? So,
okay, high school. Okay. Okay, 18-year-old Paulina.
Okay, but,
but whatever.
We're adults. We know what we're doing, whatever. You know what I mean? So anyway, something happened. And, I ended up having to take the morning
Plan
after
B.
pill, right? And I knew that I was going to regret it because I haven't taken it in such a long time.
Since you were in high school?
I don't know, freaking 6 years ago or something. Before Krista. No, way before. So I'm like, whatever about it. I'm like, I'm just going to do it, whatever. Oh my God. That freaking horrible. That is the reason why I do not take any birth control. Because it just messes up with you. I feel...
Look, I told you, and I told you earlier, I have the, whatever it's called,
IUD.
The IUD, which is copper, which is 0 hormones.
I know, but I want to have
0
a baby
hormones
later this year. So if I put it on and then take it out, it's...
Anyway, but continue. I'm just saying, I'm just going to put it out there that there are birth control methods
right,
that don't include hormones.
Right.
But keep going.
Right, I am still in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, the point was that it just completely unbalanced my whole body and hormones and things, right? We all have up and downs during the month, and one day you're okay, and then that's why I was really thinking about this last night after a huge argument that I had with my husband. But I was like, really, this is why men think women are crazy. This is exactly why I would understand a man saying oh my God, women are crazy. We're not crazy. We're hormonal. We have a thing. It's a cycle. And then, one day, you might get your period and you're crying and you're like, oh my God. And then the next thing you're happy. And then, it's crazy. What hormones do to your body. It's insane. So this happened to me like 1,000 times because I took that pill.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember the feeling, like the yucky feeling. Like I just feel like when I was like 2 months pregnant with Sabina and I wanted to break somebody's neck.
Oh yeah, when I would find you crying here in the office.
Yeah, this is exactly what happened to me the last couple of days. And you know, my husband has been really busy. Like he was you know, at events and working, and so I've been at home with the girls, like, you know, and I didn't break their head or anything. But like there was a point yesterday when he came home and I was pissed because Sabina was crying for, she didn't want to take a nap. I think because also the time change, like at 12 we were not at home, but it was not 12. It had, I don't know, I didn't really think about it, but she missed her nap and she was a complete mess.
There's nothing worse than a kid missing a nap.
God. I brought her home and I tried to put her down and she stayed there for like 10 minutes, but then she was playing and she just didn't want to take a nap. She wasn't crying, but she wasn't taking a nap. Then eventually she started crying. And then when he came home, I made it a point yesterday to put all the clothes away that don't fit them. So when he came home, I had turned on House of Cards because I wanted to watch it because Krista wasn't there. She went with mom. So as soon as he comes in the house, he's like, you know, I think if you turn off the TV, you would get more things done. Oh my God. I went AWOL on him. I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. Like today, I'm like, I messed up. It was my fault, you know. But I completely went crazy on him. I went crazy. I was like, well, blah, blah, blah. And I turned off the TV and I was like, what else do you need me to do? Tell me, give me a list of things that I should do around the house. And he was like, oh, you know, I'm like, instead of you coming home and helping me, like, and then he was like, you know what? I have to go. And he left. He was like, I have to go to the bodega and work. And then I was like,
did you start crying?
I was crying, but then Sabina fell asleep for like 20 minutes. And those 20 minutes that I was by myself, alone, empty, quiet, I started like just thinking, you know, and being less mad. But at the same time, I was like really upset. And I was crying and I was like desperate because Sabina didn't want to go to sleep. And I was like, oh my God, I have all these things to do. And like, I haven't done anything. And it's already like 4:00. And then he left. And I was like making this whole like story in my head. Like, you know, everybody's against me. The world is going to end. Like, you know, I'm the worst parent in the world.
Did you have coffee by any chance?
No, I didn't.
It's just your hormones?
It was just crazy. And then I'm telling you, then, you know, Krista came home and she didn't want to go to sleep. And by that time, I was just like, I am a freaking failure. I am the worst mother in the world. I suck at this. I'm going to quit. I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm never coming back to this house, you know? So when he goes in the room and, you know, it's like, oh, I'll take over. I'll put him to sleep. I was like, how dare you? Like I was a three-headed monster. Like it was horrible. And I was like, how is it that girls that have really hard times with their period every month, how do they do it? I know somebody that every month is in bed still to this day, is in bed every month because she cannot handle the pain, because she's crying, she can't handle it, it's too much. And I'm like, how do you do it? You have like, now her son is older, but how did she do it like all that time? And she was like, I would just do it and then come back and go to bed and cry all day. I swear.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, that's one more thing that we have to deal with as girls. And that's another big difference between men and women. Like they're not going to have those hormonal imbalances, you know, on whatever days. And that is why they think we're crazy. And that's why they can't understand us.
I'm like,
because
are you okay? Do you need me to put a fan inside in here? Do you need a glass of water?
No, I'm
You need a
fine.
shot?
I just needed to talk about it. I think I'll be fine after this. But do you know what I mean? I mean, I was going to ask you last week when you were like crying. Were you on your period?
Yeah, I was.
See what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
It's funny because after we recorded that, dude, and I was crying that week and the whole thing happened. I went home and I was like, oh, I got my period. Oh, that makes sense. That's why I thought the world was going to end and everything was going to be horrible.
But like, that's true. Like, that's another thing that we have to deal with.
Yeah.
And it I guess, you know, it's life and girls have to go through it and blah, blah, blah.
And like, it's learned to deal with it and blah, blah, blah. But it's not fair again. Another thing that's not fair.
I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
And I can't wear a tampon, so I have to wear pads, which makes it worse.
And so it's like, I was just like, oh my God, parenting on hormones, it's horrible. Like, not, this was like a special time, but every month, you know, it's the same thing. And I was just thinking, I was like, I wonder if last week with Bricia was like all emotional. She was on her period.
I was on my period.
I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
And the downside of the IUD is that I get my period for a long time. So my period lasts anywhere now from like 6 to 8 days.
Oh, damn.
As opposed to before it was like 4 to 5. Some people get it from like 3 days. And I'm like, dude, that's less than half the time. Yeah, my period can last up to 8 days.
Oh, damn.
So it's a long period that I get.
Definitely need to learn how to use tampon.
Yeah, I do. But so, I mean, you know, because that's kind of the downside of the IUD. Mm-hmm. And the first like 3-4 months that I had it, I would get crampy. Like I would get cramps. But now I don't get cramps, but it does last quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. I know.
But yeah, it sucks. It sucks a lot. And I'm telling you, like, I apologize to my husband because I blew up on him. The last week was extremely busy for me because of the 4 like chef events that I had this weekend and work and all the stuff. So he was extremely helpful, very proactive, and is teaching me how to just be calmer.
Right.
And not the way he sees life. And the other day I told him, we were in bed, and I was like, babe, I wish I had this like magic ability to like go in your head and see the world from your eyes. I want to see your perspective on things. And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, just how you're just chill.
Really, for real.
Like, because my husband doesn't get upset, you know. And he's like, well, you know, it's like and I'm learning how to do that. And he's been extremely helpful, and now I can say that he actually has been helpful.
Oh, that's good.
When, like, you know, I mean, with all the work that I do, all the things that I have, you know, when I have to stay here late, or, dude, I was out late Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. No, not Saturday, but like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And Saturday, he went to see his mom to San Diego. And in the morning we were leaving, you know, the kitchen was kind of a mess. And he was like, I'm sorry I didn't clean the kitchen. I'm like, it's okay, honey. I'm going to call somebody to come and clean today. He looked at me and he was like, why?
Why can you do it?
And I was like, because I'm tired. He's like, honey, it's 5 dishes. You mean tell me you're going to pay someone to come and wash 5 dishes? And I was like, and I didn't say anything. I just kind of nodded. And he was like, I will stay right now and wash these dishes before leaving to San Diego. If that stops you from calling someone today to come and clean up. Right? And then I just kind of nodded. He left. I obviously called somebody, but they weren't available.
Oh.
So then I was like, crap.
I have to wash those.
No, I actually have to clean while he's sleeping. I wanted to sleep, man.
Right.
I was tired from everything. I wanted to like sleep and rest. I was like, I don't. But she wasn't available, so such first world problems, right? I'm gonna have to clean my house. I must sound really bad right now, but whatever. So I ended up cleaning up the house, the kitchen. I even took a picture for Instagram.
I saw it.
But it was 5 minutes that it was clean, though.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding.
No.
And I was like, well, I guess it wasn't that bad, right? Because like last weekend he stayed with the baby and he cleaned the house and everything. So I just kind of felt.
How do they do that? I do not understand. Like my husband, see, that's the thing. And it's like when he tells me about it, like, you know, he's like, but when I stay, like I cook and I clean the house and the kids. And I'm like,
yeah,
but it's not the same. It's not the same. We are not the same person. But it's true. Like, you know, when I came back from We All Grow, my house was impeccable. When I came back, my house was so clean. The house is clean. Like when I'm there, it never looks like that. Like I'm the problem. I'm seriously. I don't know how to do that. Like I know how to do all like a bunch of other things. I know how to like, come and like fix
but
problems
mom,
here.
okay, but how is it that mom taught us how to clean? I mean, it's not like we lived. Okay, what is our problem, you guys?
What is
help
our
us.
problem?
Okay,
Seriously.
help us, because when we grew up, we had chores. Okay,
We did.
My
mom was very
My mom
strict.
my mom is the cleanest.
It is till this day.
And I feel, and today mom is taking care of the baby because she's back from
Probably
Oaxaca.
cleaning your house.
And I feel bad. I feel bad because I'm like, I don't want my mom cleaning my house. She's going to be like, nada más me voy. Y mira cómo tienes tu casa. Tu hijo está
Está
enfermo. Tus casas todos cochinos. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just, and I'm like, have I failed you as a daughter? I have a career.
Exactly.
I'm successful.
Right, like we can do all these other things. When it comes to the house and cleaning, it just doesn't in my head. I don't know how to do. Like it doesn't. It's just not there. It's not there.
But okay, but that's the thing. We have to learn.
Yeah, we have to learn.
So I stayed Saturday and I cleaned the kitchen. I didn't clean 100%. I didn't put stuff away because it's still messy. But it wasn't as bad.
No, I mean my house is not like no es un chiquero. You're not gonna walk in there and it's like it's not. But I can see it. Like when he cleans, I actually walk in there and I'm like, damn, it's clean. But when I clean, I'm like, what the hell? Like why doesn't it look like that? Why doesn't it look like fresh?
I know, and my husband's like, I mean, figure it out, babe. Just don't call somebody. Let's not spend money on 5 dishes. And when he was telling me, it was just kind of going in like inside of me. I'm like, I'm definitely calling somebody. Like, no matter what you're telling, yeah, like keep telling me, I'm calling somebody. I don't care. But she wasn't available, so
yeah, I seriously don't know. Like I feel overwhelmed when I'm at home cooking with the kids, trying to put an activity for them, like just doing something and cooking and trying to think about like, posting something on Instagram or like, oh my God, tomorrow I have to do this or like, you know what I mean? Like all these things that I have to do in the future or like all these things that like, or people are calling me like, hey, like something broke in the restaurant or something. So I just can't. Like he's like, but when you clean, like take only 30 minutes. I'm like, how do you only take, like, I just don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. He's really good at that. So we always have that thing where he's like, but it's not impossible. And I'm like, but it is impossible. Like, I don't know how to do it. And like, of course, mom goes in the house and I'm like, damn.
I know, right?
Look at all the bad things in my house.
I know. I know. Mom's there today. And I'm just thinking like, oh. And it's Monday. Like Mondays are the days that my house are the dirtiest because the cleaning person comes on Tuesdays. So Mondays we really don't. So
Right.
Sundays are like, she'll come on Tuesday. We can leave that,
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know.
Let's take a break.
Let's take another break. Yes.
And then
I need a water break.
yeah. And when we come back, we have more of the Super Mamás Sisters, Paulina and Bricia Lopez. So now that we're in the cleaning subject,
Cleaning.
I just want to take this time to talk about our sponsor, which is Seventh Generation, and how in love, more and more and more and more in love, I fall with the dish soap.
Oh, right. I love it. I love it.
Okay, so here's one thing that mom has put in my brain forever. And okay, you guys know how I'm becoming better at making breakfast because you guys have told me I need to have breakfast every morning. So I have. I have made it a point. I have made it a point, and I have been making breakfast every morning. I make French toast and a huevo. That's my new breakfast because I'm in this French toast kick right now, and I always have to have an over easy egg. But mom,
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
when we make an egg, it's like my mom has like this secret power
Ritual.
of smelling.
Oh yeah.
Like, did you cook an egg? Or when she grabs like a plate, she's like,
Huele a huevo.
Huevo.
A chuquilla.
Is that what she says?
A chuquilla. Yeah, it's a word. A Oaxacan word.
Oh, really?
Yeah, huele a chuquilla.
So, and then when I switched over to 7th generation, I was a little like uneasy about the whole huevo thing because, you have to put like limon and all this stuff. Dude, no.
Right.
I love it. It works.
Dude, there were some times where I would spray Clorox on my dishes because I was like, damn, they smell like chuquilla. My mom's going to come and she's going to be like, what the hell?
Isn't that dangerous?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I went to that extent. I would put lemon for sure. Like everything, like lemon.
I never heard that word.
But you're right. With the 7th generation, I don't need to do that. It doesn't smell like chuquilla.
So you guys, I cannot stress enough how much I love that dish soap. Thank you, 7th generation, for trusting the Super Mamás. And thank you so much for sponsoring this podcast. And we're back.
See, I already feel better already. I feel like I feel understood.
Talking to a mic.
I felt misunderstood.
Maybe this
yesterday.
is like your second therapy.
It is definitely my second therapy. For sure. It is.
So this our Patterns to Patterns segment brought to you, ladies, by 7th generation. And in our segment Patterns to Patterns, we always speak about a generational pattern we want to break or just a pattern in our lives that we want to change. And this week, our guests, Paulina Lopez and Bricia Lopez, are going to share the patterns that they want to break. So, Paulina, you were talking about a pattern that you wanted to break.
Yes. Or, change. I have a very hard time being submissive. But you know what I mean? Like, somebody already explained that word. That word can be very misunderstood.
Yes.
That's the thing.
I was going to say, don't open a huge can of words here because women are going to be like, excuse me.
Yes. Oh, so not submissive, like, yes, Lord, tell me whatever you need me to do. Not that way. But like, because I'm supposed to be this like strong woman or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's very hard for me to like let my husband tell me something.
Right.
So I think at some points I need to because he's my husband. And
he's your partner in life.
He's my partner. I need to listen to his point of view because it's valid. Whatever he wants to, because I tell it. I always make myself like hear, like I'm always like, I don't like this and this and this and this. And when he tells me something, I'm like, oh, hell no. But let me tell you about 100 reasons why I'm not going to listen to you. And I need to change that. I really do. I think, I don't know what the other word would be. I think people have told me throughout this period of time, like the submission, and it sounds very weird. So I think that's the first reaction that I had when somebody told me you have to be submissive to your husband. I was like, hell no. Like that was my first instinct. Like I was like, no.
Well, because we've grown up in a way to where to us submissive, we've seen what
submissive
what the extreme of submissive is. Growing
Right.
up in Oaxaca and seeing what our tias and our primas have gone through when it is being submissive is. But when you look at that word and you actually understand it from a more I guess open-mindedness,
right?
There's gotta be a role in the home. There's gotta be there's gotta be roles, and remember it's a partnership.
Yes.
And like a business, when someone tells somebody else something, the other person has to be open to receiving that communication. So
that's submission.
Submission.
Yes.
Submission is being open to someone else's comments and point of views. Right.
So that is the thing that I need to be working on. I will be working on, and the hormones didn't help, but it's something that's my pattern to pattern.
My pattern change that I want to do now. I really need to start taking care of my physical body. I haven't worked out in more than a year. Like I haven't done one squat.
I know what you mean.
And I am going to go home today and look at my life and see what it is that I can omit, or whether it's sleep, whether it's something, I have to work out.
Yeah.
I have to maintain healthy for my kid. I want to have a second kid, and I just need to be more aware of my health and my heart rate, my body's, my blood circulation. It's not even about looking good, but it's about like, don't we have to exercise?
Yeah, and
I mean, isn't that like like I think we should do, you know? And we didn't grow up in a house of athletics.
No,
like, you know, like athletes.
If
Sorry,
anything.
athletes.
If anything, we grew up in the opposite.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I didn't grow up with parents that were always like, okay, guys, let's go to soccer practice. All right, guys, Bricia, let's go to your gymnastics. Paulina, let's take you to basketball. Fernando, come on, let's go hiking. Elizabeth, go on your, you know,
Cooking class.
You know what I mean? Like, we didn't grow up
No, we didn't.
in a house. It was more like get up, go to work. And honestly, we've been working since we were like 10 years old. So
Literally.
any time that I have free, all I want to do is sit down.
For real.
Like,
I know what you mean.
like seriously,
I know
all
what
I
you
want to do is sit.
Yeah.
But maybe instead of watching a movie, I should go for a run.
Maybe instead of watching a whole movie, you can
Maybe instead of watching a
use
movie, I
30
should work.
minutes.
Yeah, or just, you know, freaking just do 10 jumping jacks or something.
No, you know what? We went hiking this weekend.
Right,
with
I
the
saw your
kids.
snap, yeah.
And I was like, we should do this every weekend. Like, you know, we need activity. We need Krista to see that mommy is walking and daddy is walking and we're running and we're doing these things, you know, because that's the same thing. Like, she's very active right now, but if we are not active, she's going to slowly stop being active because we don't, you know.
Because all we want to do is sit down.
Yeah, because we're like, oh, we want to watch TV, Krista, tun, you know, like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you want to watch a movie? What do you want to do? You want to let's just chill. Let's read a book, you know, but
I just want to chill. Like
I just
Tita,
wanna chill.
or my little sister, she loves to chill. I can see why.
Yeah, but you're right. That's a great thing.
I really want to break that pattern of not, you know, I've always wanted to be athletic. You know what I mean? Like, Dad has always wanted us to be athletics. Just they weren't, and they weren't able to break
they
that
are
cycle.
now.
They are now, which is not fair.
I know, they're super athletic.
But it's not fair. Like, Dad goes and bikes 20 kilometers, 50 miles. I just went to bike 30 miles. Like, thanks for, you never taught me how to ride a bike.
I don't know how to ride a bike, guys.
And now
that's something you didn't know about me.
So I just really want to break that
That's right.
like pattern. And I've always had this image of myself, like, just, you know what I mean? Like, just with muscles. Not like I'm going to.
I know what you mean. You know, one of the proudest moments of my life is when I ran the 10K. And I was like, damn, I could do this. Like, I was so proud of myself. I was proud of myself for like a year.
Right.
I was like, you don't know me. I just ran 10 kilometers. Like, I was so proud because
And then there's people that run 10 kilometers like on the daily.
I know.
And you're like, what?
I know.
Like, I know. Like, you know what? The other day, yesterday, we took the baby to this place called Kid Space, which is anybody that lives in LA, please go visit Kid Space in Pasadena. You'll love it. So on their drive back home, we drove through these like beautiful hills in Pasadena and imagine ourselves living in one of these homes one day. And then I saw like 3 different people running.
I know.
I'm like, dang, that's not me.
No, I
But
never picture myself running either. Like, you would have never thought that I would run. But like, I honestly, like, now you're talking about it, I'm like, damn, I do miss running. Like, running made me feel happy. It literally made me feel happy.
Right.
And accomplished and good about myself. It was not about losing weight or anything. Like, that eventually happened and my legs got strong and my butt got hard. And, you know, like, it was.
I want my butt to be hard.
No, run, for real. But it made me happy. Like, it just made me feel better. Whatever it is that you want to do.
Yeah.
I went to yoga for a while and yoga made me feel great too. Like, whatever it is, whatever physical activity that you want to do.
But I do need to get it moving.
Get it moving.
Yeah. All right. That was our patterns to patterns for this week, brought to you by 7th Generation. And we will be back with more of Bricia Lopez and Paulina Lopez, our guests this week. All right, guys, let's move on to our tip or pick of the week.
Okay.
Paulina.
Well, this was a happy weekend because I received a package from Amazon.
Oh, Amazon.
Oh, Amazon.
Okay, no. Amazon, can you sponsor us?
For real, though.
Seriously. Does anybody have any hookups at Amazon that you guys can tell us? Because Amazon needs to sponsor this podcast as much as we talk about them.
For real. They do not sponsor us yet. This is for free. No, but I actually ordered okay, let me go back, because when I had Krista and we started looking into the whole cups, and I know you're Ryan, you don't have all those problems, but
yes, I do.
When we talk about like sippy cups and straws or whatever, like I remember back in the day somebody had recommended this cup called Zoli, Zoli, Zoli cup, and I used it with Krista and I loved it because it has a little weight on the straw. So when they're kids, they tend to like put it up and the straw falls, and so they could drink it all the time, and it was great. She learned how to do straws with that. So this time around I chose it again with Sabina.
Oh yeah, how do you teach some kids to use a straw?
I just gave her that and they figured it out on their own.
Oh, I gotta do that. Okay, go.
And so I was like, let me try other sippy cups. I have bought so many different freaking sippy cups. So many. Like I go and I buy like I have bought like probably like 8 different ones.
Whoa.
And they all freaking suck. They suck. They spill. They all suck. And I love this Zoli cup. And so I order it again, and I just got it and I love it. Like I love it. It closes up, and the little straw, and it doesn't spill. Like I send it for lunch and I take it with me on my backpack for like snacks and stuff. It doesn't have like a cooling system, but it's perfect for like toddlers.
Oh, nice.
And it has 2 handles and it has a little straw, and she just takes, and there's no problem with them. Like, sometimes the straw, they don't get the water and stuff, but with this one's perfect. I love it. I absolutely love my Zoli cup, and I think it's been the best cup that I bought as far as sippy cups. So that's my pick this week.
Nice, Zoli cup.
Oh. Zoli.
I'm going to check that one out because I think I need to find something for my baby. For me, this week, there were a couple of things. One is a selfless, shameless self-promotion. The second one is another thing that I love. I think we've spoken about Prime Now.
Yeah.
On a past episode, I think it's been my pick before, but I'm gonna have to do a recycled pick and do it again because
Amazon again.
Their Prime Now service. Saturday again, like I said, my husband went to San Diego to visit his mom. She just had surgery, so he was a good son. I stayed home with the baby alone, who was sick. Again, the cleaning lady didn't come. And I needed to get groceries for the house for the week. So Sprouts, which is a grocery store here in LA, delivers through Amazon Now groceries.
Yeah.
And when I say groceries, ladies, here's what I'm talking about. I got my eggs, my milk, my organic chicken, produce, basil. I got everything I needed. The bread that I like, the Dave's Killer bread.
Right.
The Dave's Killer bread. Yogurt, ice cream, frozen peas. I mean, I got my entire shopping done through an app.
Right.
And then it was delivered to me within 2 hours. I was like, hallelujah. My life has just been changed.
It all depends on the area you live in, though. Because for me, it's Bristol Farms. In my area, I get it delivered by Bristol Farms.
Okay.
So, and then I remember when I was with Fernando when he had surgery, and he lives just a couple of blocks away from me. We tried to order something from where he lives, and he had different stores. And for him, 99-cent store also.
So did mine too.
Right? I was like,
I have
"Damn,
I have sprinkles. 99-cent store. Sprouts.
Ooh, sprinkles. Side pick.
side pick.
Side pick of the week.
No, but again, you guys, I know a mom messaged me through Snapchat when I put the story, and she asked me if you needed to be a member of the Prime to have Prime Now, and yes, you do have to pay. I think it's $100 a month. I mean, a year.
A year. It's totally worth it.
But
guys.
it's so worth
it. The shipping. There's no shipping.
There's free shipping.
Free shipping.
And then you get my groceries were delivered to me for free.
Right.
And not just that. Here's another thing. My husband was really worried because he was like, well, how much did you pay for that? Because he was afraid that maybe online
they hiked up the price.
They don't. It's actually lower.
Right. Yeah.
It's
like in Amazon.
Yeah. They're actually lowered price. So that's going to be my pick. Get your groceries delivered.
Or whole family orders everything.
Through Amazon. And then I know I get Amazon packages like every day.
What do you do with all the boxes, though?
Let's talk about that's environmental stuff. That's in a different episode. And then my second pick is going to be a shameless promotion. We were featured in a documentary that's called City of Gold. It's now out. It was released last weekend on theaters. Moms, please go watch City of Gold. Check your listings. See which theaters are showing it around where you live. I know in LA it's playing at the ArcLight in Hollywood and also at the Landmark. But I cannot explain to you guys how amazing and incredible this movie is. I cried in it.
Really?
It's just a beautiful love letter to Los Angeles. Oh. It talks about the immigrant community and what they've done for food in LA. My restaurant's featured. I do an interview on camera. And I loved the movie. I absolutely loved it. And I cannot tell you, ladies, how much I would appreciate and love your support in this movie to go and watch. So again, it's called City of Gold. It's out in theaters now. Look for it on your local wherever listings in your newspaper, if anybody's out there also looking at the newspaper.
Fandango,
Flickster, whatever app you guys use to check out movies. But City of Gold.
Damn, our life is all about apps and stuff, huh? We do everything through apps.
I mean, when I found out that Sprouts delivers, my life has just changed.
You're probably not gonna go to the market anymore.
No, I'm not. I spend less money that way too, because I'm not like, oh, well, maybe I need this and maybe I need no. Now I know exactly what I need. I know exactly
that makes sense.
I can order an onion if I want. I can order one onion and it would get delivered to me.
There's not a minimum?
Like $20. Okay, fine. But I'm just saying, like, I can.
Yeah, right.
You always need stuff.
You always need stuff. You always need milk. No, I always need milk.
You can get and they have all kinds of milk.
Yeah, no. I've used it. Believe me, I have used it. And that's why I know that my store is Bristol Farms.
And I love Bristol Farms.
Bristol Farms, yeah. So we have Bristol Farms.
And then, so one of the items they didn't have, right? So I got a text from my quote unquote shopper. It's like, this is your Prime Now shopper. Just wanted to let you know that we don't have the boneless chicken, but we have the bone-in. Is that okay?
Wait, so really somebody goes and
yes.
It's a personal shopper?
Yes, yeah.
What?
So then
I thought that people from Bristol Farms would buy it.
No.
Oh, I thought the people from Bristol Farms would buy it for you. Like, we'll put it.
No.
So there's a personal shopper?
Yes.
Damn.
So they and then I said, oh, great. That works perfectly. And then they replied, great. I've made these changes to your order. You will not be charged for items removed from this order. And if any of the substituted items were lower in price than your original order, you will receive a refund for the difference within 24 to 48 hours. If you have any additional questions regarding your order, please contact customer service in the Contact Use tab in your Prime Now app. Thank you. And then I said, thank you so much. And they replied, yes, of course. Have a great weekend! ! And I was like, this is awesome.
Yep. Yeah, I love it too. I love it.
That is our episode for the week, you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed
our guests
today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to share my views.
And we have a voicemail.
What?
So listen to her mom.
I haven't heard it.
Hola, Super Mamás. My name's Maite Villarreal, and I'm a big fan of your show, and I've incorporated a bunch of your picks and tips into my life, everywhere from using the booty pods for my baby wipes to decluttering, which was great because I found a bunch of cash and gift cards and some of my baby shower gifts that I'd not noticed before. And my husband even got me some matching pajamas for Christmas because I had talked to him about how you all talked about that on Super Mamas.
Hey.
So anyways, I'm a big fan, but I wanted to call in and just share this quick story about something that happened last week. So I work at a community college, and last week I met with a student, and she sat down with me to do an orientation, just really typical day for me. But I had this moment where I looked at her, and I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was, her hair color or her skin tone or her features, but I just felt like this is what my daughter is going to look like in, 20 years. She just resembled her for some reason, and I almost started crying. And fortunately, I didn't because my baby, she's only 1 right now. But I don't know, she just looked like her, and I just kind of had this moment where I felt like I was seeing her future or something, and that thing that moms always talk about and that parents talk about, my parents even talk about how fast it goes and just how, beautiful it is to see your kid get to become a person. And the student was, she's from Guadalajara, and she was talking to me about her family there and how she had these plans to do great things with her life, and she's a student and all these things. And I just started thinking, oh my God, my baby is going to care about things and go places and just be amazing. And it was just kind of weird, but really emotional.
Oh, darn, it cut it off. No, I want to keep hearing. Call back. Let us know what else happened.
Oh my God.
That is intense.
It is intense.
I want to cry.
Me too. I'm like, what? Not now. Not today, please.
Oh my God.
No, you're right. Like the other day that remember that little thing that our sister did for her class at the end of her college? She did a video about why she wanted to be what she wanted to be.
Right,
And we saw it and we're like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like who? Like she feels like that? Like
she has goals and
she
dreams?
has goals? Like, because we always see her as her little sister,
Mm-hmm.
we don't, now we see her as an adult, but like, that's how I feel about my kids. I'm like, they're just children. Like they don't, and she's right. One day they're going to have their own dreams and their own goals and and they're going to talk about how their family inspires them and how their family supports them. And it's like, oh my God, I can't believe it.
I am going to share with you guys just real brief because I know we're over time. I did this meditation when I went to my summit that I went to, and we did this meditation and we went deep into it, and I saw my son.
Oh, you told me. Yeah, I remember.
I saw my son, and he was like 30 something, and I just like cried. I just like the thought of it, it's such a, I think the love that we have inside as parents for our children.
Yeah.
Oversees anything that we could possibly see or physically feel.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think there's nothing in this world that could quantify the love that we have for a child.
No.
Do you know?
Yeah, of course.
And when you see them as like their future and start like thinking of them expanding as people, thank you for that phone call, Mama. Wow, that was. What a beautiful way to say goodbye to all of you guys.
Oh my God,
that was deep, beautiful. Thank you for that call. And you. I feel just,
I want to go home and hug my baby.
And it just makes us, everything's worth it. I know parenting sucks here and there, but we are so blessed. And
it sucks light.
And it's a light, low key. It sucks low key. But once we get past these like little hardships, when they're older and they have their own families and they come back and visit us, take care of us, buy us a house,
send us money.
No, but seriously, these are just little things that happen,
Like, do you like when mom comes and see us?
Yeah, and
how
in
does
the
she
future,
see us?
and in the future, it's just it's little things, these little things that happen. They're not gonna matter, you guys. We like to complain, but it's the freaking best.
Yeah, it is.
Being a parent is the best. It really is.
It is.
And thank you again, ladies, for another week of listening to us. We love you. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram
_Super Mamás.
And our Facebook page.
Super Mamás Podcast.
And our website, supermamaspodcast.com. Don't forget to call us, you guys, 424-326-3707. Again, 424-326-3707.
So I have a friend that lives in Mexico. Something additional how to listen to us. I have a friend that lives in Mexico, and she was like, what's the best way for me to listen? So I told her, on our Facebook page, there's actually a tab that says episodes. And there's all of our episodes there. So you can actually listen to our episodes through Facebook.
Oh, yes.
Right? So that's another thing that we've been forgetting to mention. But if somebody out there says, like, I don't have an app, I don't have this, how do I listen? Everybody has Facebook. So on Facebook, on our Facebook page, there's a tab that says listen. It says episodes. So there's all of our episodes. Spread the word.
Okay.
Subscribe.
Bye, mamas. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you guys for letting me vent.
Super Mamas.
Super Mamas. Woo! We are out.